Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Monday Night Raw Review Show. This is Unpopular Review Wrestling. I'm Big Daddy Cool, and I'm just going to warm you up, tell you what we're going to be watching. We're going to be discussing on this episode of the Monday Night Raw After WrestleMania Review Show. Big show. We got not one, but two new Paul Heyman guys to talk about. Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker. We've got Becky Lynch, or Becky Hogan, as she should be called after this weekend. We're going to talk about it. She turns on her partner. We're going to be talking about Stephanie Vaquer making her WWE main roster debut versus Iyo Sky. We're going to be talking about John Cena. Fire promo tonight. I want to hear all your chats, all your comments, all your thoughts on WrestleMania weekend. Mike Knox is going to be joining us for the Monday Night Raw Review Show, as well as the Dice Man. All that, your thoughts, your comments on the other side of the intro. UPR Wrestling, Unpopular Review, Monday Night Raw Review Show starts after this. All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm Big Daddy Cool, joined here by Papa Knox, Mike Knox from The Mike Knox Show. And I've got the Dice Man, the Z is Silent himself, here as well. Where did Dice go? Where'd everybody? There we go. Everybody's here. The house is full now. The usual co-host for Monday Night Raw, EC, the executive consultant, is still in Vegas. My voice, if you haven't already heard, is sore, is hoarse because I was in Vegas up until this morning. WrestleMania ended, and I jumped on a flight and got out of Vegas. Willie is still in Vegas. So Z and Papa Knox here are filling in for my usual Monday night co-hosts. Guys, this is Unpopular Review. Thank you for tuning in. If you are new here, please like and subscribe. We like talking about wrestling. As you will find out tonight, we've got a lot of unique opinions, a lot of unique thoughts, lots of things to talk about as far as wrestling and WrestleMania is concerned, and especially the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania fire episode of Raw. Let's start with you, Mike. Mike, briefly, what are your thoughts on the WrestleMania weekend? You're on
the whole WrestleMania weekend. Well, WrestleMania to me was not great. It was good, wasn't great. So for me, that's what I thought about WrestleMania. I thought tonight was better. I've seen better Raw after Manias, but I get what represented. I like the fact they went a little bit longer. So I thought the Raw show, it had to make up for the just good WrestleMania, and I thought they delivered with that. So I'll let that be it for now.
Yep. Z, what are you Mike, you did a review show over the weekend for not only night one, but night two. That's on our YouTube. Please check that out. You get Mike's full in-depth analysis and reviews on every match that happened over the weekend. Z, what were your thoughts on WrestleMania weekend?
At first, I thought it was just okay. And then I went back and watched it all day today, and the Mania was good. It wasn't what we wanted per se. Most fans wasn't what we wanted, but for the most part, there wasn't a bad match on the card.
It was solid,
right?
There wasn't a bad match on the card. So when I take my fandom out of it and what I wanted, I have to say that, you know what, I didn't go. I never went back and watched WrestleMania. Whatever one was that was in the No. I'd love that one.
I was like,
the pandemic.
I was at the hospital that night. Oh, the pandemic.
The pandemic.
That was Tampa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I never went back and watched that one. So I will say that this is very, very much an enjoyable WrestleMania.
Thank you. I agree too. Bowdy, I see you on Twitter. Thanks for tapping in, man. Come over in YouTube and like and subscribe, my guy. Keep those chats flowing. I'm going to start reading them off in a little bit. My thoughts, I was there live, right? So I got a unique perspective. I see there was a lot of negative commentary. Night 1 I thought was excellent. Night 2 was good. I was sitting next to my friend, long time. This was our 7th WrestleMania together. He said night 2 was the best out of the 2 nights up until John Cena. The ending fell flat for him.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. Listen, quick rant. I went to the bathroom after I left because I needed, before I hopped on my flight, I'm like, I got to go to the restroom. I got to drain the lizard, right? Everybody, all the guys in the bathroom crying. I've never seen so many men crying in one location. These guys were waiting for the bathroom stall, crying. Oh, this is bullshit. I want my money back. Bro, let me tell you, the God's honest truth. I shook my shit off. I flushed and I washed my hands. And then I turned around and I said, look at you all crying in here. I've never seen so many men crying. I go, 30 minutes ago, you were rooting for John Cena. Let's go, Cena. Let's go, Cena. You are booing Cody Rhodes. Y'all asked for this shit. And now you fucking don't like it? Stop your crying.
I think it was the fact that it wasn't the fact that they got it from Cena, right? It was the fact that the way that it was presented was
Cena told you get nothing. And everybody, all your wrestling fans, the ones you're watching right now, all of you did this shit to yourself. You disappointed yourself.
As the
elder statesman. Let me just wrap this up real quick, Mike. You did this to yourself. No one said The Rock was coming. He didn't say it. No. Last year, every Friday night, he dropped a bomb. He dropped on Instagram a 2-hour promo, a 2-minute, 3-minute promo. He didn't do that this year. He didn't tell you he was coming. Dave Meltzer told you he wasn't coming. You did this to yourself. I had level expectations. Y'all had high expectations. You disappointed yourself. Don't put that on Triple H. Don't put that on WWE. You guys are fickle fans. Cena, and this is going to roll me over into Cena's promo tonight that started off a fire WWE Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. You bitches are fickle. Good God, I hate all of you wrestling fans because honestly, you guys rooted for Cody Rhodes. Then Friday night, you boo him. Then you cheer him. Now you want Cena to win. Then Cena wins. You lived history. Those bums in the bathroom were living history, witnessed history. Oh, they crying. Oh, I didn't see The Rock. Shut up, you bum. That's your fault. You expected The Rock. What you should have been expecting was, I'm going to see Cena win 17, and that's it. That's good enough. Yeah. But not for you, bums. Not for you. Mike Knox, go ahead. Your thoughts on John Cena's fire promo that started off Monday Night Raw.
Listen, before I get into the fire promo that did start off Monday Night Raw, and you said, you ever what's that one ride? You got little ones, the little seesaw?
Yes.
Right? At some point, I think wrestling fans understand wrestling's a seesaw, right? Yep. You're going to get the good with the bad. You're going to be up. You're going to be down. Yeah. I wanted 17. I thought 17 should happen. It needed to happen. It should happen at Mania. Nowhere else would matter. You say what Cena says is I give you nothing, but you didn't give me nothing. You gave me Travis fucking Scott taking 10 fucking minutes to get to the ring with a belt you guys selling at the fucking superstore for $12,000 fucking dollars.
Yep.
That's first and foremost.
Yep.
Second, I don't mind the fact because I can care less. It's wrestling. I've seen Donald Trump in wrestling. Okay. I've seen you name it. They've been in wrestling. It's wrestling.
Yep.
Travis Scott coming out wasn't a problem. It was how he came out. It was how it was presented. So you did not give me nothing. You gave me Travis Scott. Okay. You had him scroll his ass to the ring. And then you had Cody Rhodes, who for the last 2 months, you've whooped his ass 3 months. thought about if I should hit you or not. It's the execution that was not executed the way Bret Hart would have done it flawlessly. And that's the problem. I'm happy he got 17. I'm like Mad Dog Kelly. I got my 17 shirt earned it as well. You know, I'm there for Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady to go Hill, Tupac, Cena, as my wife said we must call him now, at the Tupac in there. Okay, all the greats. So I'm great he did that. But the promo, just at this morning or this evening, I got to say this too, after Pat McAfee show, which to me ruined all of Raw, by the way. They gave so much away on Pat McAfee show today that the things that happened was not surprising. I say that for later. But great promo, but I wanted more because I wanted to throw that damn belt in the trash.
Z, your thoughts. Cena's promo starts off the show.
Cena's promo, for the most part, I thought it was too much talking, right? But then you get into it, and it's like, this is what he's going to be doing. So and then
Dave comment on the show.
So yeah, right.
He's awake.
You're allowed out of the cage.
Keep those chats coming, guys. I'm catching up. To him as
then, as the promo ends and you get the Randy Orton sighting, I'm cool with it. But if we're getting Randy Orton at Backlash, we know damn well that Randy Orton's not winning it. So
this is last in a lifetime. This is going to SummerSlam in dump ass Jersey.
You know what I loved about it is the fact that he woke everybody up to you had 35 appearances and and he counted them down and now there's 28.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm not everybody talks shit on the IWC. Oh, he told you he touched it. He touched it before you even got to touch it on Tuesday morning. Pause. He said, I got 28 appearances left. Appearances, not defenses. You get, this counts as one. You guys are going to, and in 28 appearances, you don't see this title anymore. I'm gone. And now the clock has started. Something that we didn't think about on Friday. On Saturday, we didn't think about this clock. Even when Cena won the title on Sunday night, nobody was talking about the clock. The clock is now started, and the first man up is the man that RKO'd John Cena at the end of his promo, and that's Randy Orton. St. Louis, that's the next stop.
You can't ask for more.
As we begin the
Cena
new road
versus
to
face
WrestleMania
Orton.
42. St. Louis is hometown to Randy Orton. Randy Orton, obviously, the first opponent. History, right? A lot of history. Randy Orton versus John Cena. Excited for John Cena versus Randy Orton. Z, go ahead.
I'm not for it right now. Like
What?
I'm not for it right now. Like because
I'm sorry, hold on.
know that Cena's gonna win.
Are you okay? Hold
I'm
on,
okay,
checking your
but I'm
temperature.
just saying,
Okay.
okay. I'm just not. Don't give me Randy Orton. Do we see Randy Orton getting 15 by now? Like he should have been had 15.
And his fault he kept getting. I mean, he kept getting hurt.
Nah, he should have been had 15.
Time to go Hill, Tupac, Cena, he would have 15 by now. If he stay off the weed, stay off the steroids, and stop getting hurt.
Epic comment, Jeffrey. Thank you. We are going to get Randy. Who had this on their bingo card at the start of 2025?
I can tell you right now,
Randy Orton,
plenty of people.
John Cena.
Plenty of people. Well, before 2025, no. After Royal Rumble, after Elimination Chamber, yes. This was people were talking about it.
January 1st, 2025.
Nah, absolutely not.
No
one thought Cena's turning heel.
And then The Rock changed the game, and now look at this. Look at what we got. Look at you now, Randy Orton.
Look at you now.
Amazing stuff. I'm hyped up for it. I'm there for it.
I can't wait to see Randy lose.
We're gonna have a long ride of John Cena. You know, if y'all don't already know, Hollywood goes on a break in the summer. So we're going to get more John Cena. And then I don't know when he's intending to lose this title, but he said, you got me. Like you said.
Yeah, like, Fast 11 don't start back filming until
he said, you got me till December, and then I'm gone. I'm out the door. So now the question is, who's going to be the guy that takes the title back and saves the WWE lineage, the history of the Undisputed?
But right there, Steve, is what he said, though, is what I love about the whole thing. There is no more champions. He named all the greats and said, that's it. Make a new title. That's what he said on the Pat McAfee show as well. Create something new. Start with them. But this here, it's gone. I'm taking it. You know, so that's why I thought a lot of people thought he was going to come out and, you know, throw it away or something like of that elk. But hey, we'll find out. They had to fix, to me, WrestleMania. So.
Absolutely. Charmaine in the comments on Facebook. Thanks for coming down. Charmaine says Cena sucks. Same. Says my man was happy that John Cena won. So
see, and you should be happy sucking him off for
that. Must have been a cold bed last night.
See what I'm saying? See, I didn't know what he was doing.
MDB says, I had this on my bingo card. I don't believe you.
You a damn lie.
Show me the bingo card.
So he's a damn lie.
David is correcting me. He says 27. There's 27 shows left. And
you probably appeared like 27 times in the last 5 years with comments on this damn network. So how about that?
Yeah. 27 days reminds me of WrestleMania 27 with Cena versus The Miz with The Rock getting involved.
That was a terrible WrestleMania.
That is quite a pull, man. So that was a great first segment of Monday Night Raw. Guys, if you just tapping in, this is Unpopular Review Wrestling. We like to review wrestling, talk about it. We make lists. We do everything about it. We're a bunch of wrestlers here. So if you're new here, like and subscribe. Come visit the YouTube as Papa Knox is asking for a refill. Listen, hey, get the drinks flowing. We're here for a while. We're going to talk about wrestling, all the stuff that happened this week. After last night, segment 2, you had the rematch of Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Feathers. I like to call Lyra Feathers because, well, she wears a lot of feathers. My kid said, hey, why she got so many feathers? I said, because her name's Feathers. And Becky Lynch. I jumped in your comments last night after your Raw review show. Not Raw review show, the WrestleMania Night 2 review. And I told you, I named her Becky Hogan. Everybody popping shit about Charlotte. Take that criticism and erase Charlotte's name and insert Becky's name, and it all checks out. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
You're telling them right now. How was she Becky Hogan? How was she Becky Hogan for doing the job that was presented to her? Until we know all the facts in the matter with Bayley. This is not the same. This is not them coming out at WrestleMania 9. And if it is, guess what? They told us that story when they gave us WrestleMania, the spectacle, if you'd have saw it. Right? This is what they do. They entertain. They play on the fans. They play on every little bit of word. They listen to so many podcasts and so many not podcasts. Becky Hogan, you guys don't have nothing shit else to do but bitch and complain. First you were bitching and complaining. Talking about the guys in the bathroom. Well, I'm talking to the guys and girls who are listening right now. All they do is bitch and complain when they don't go their way. I don't give a damn what happened to Bayley other than, is she okay? Do we know if she's injured? What if there's a family matter? We don't know shit, but we want to all of a sudden can bitch and complain for Bayley when y'all didn't want to turn the match in the first damn place.
We know.
The man shows up, the crowd goes wild, and now you're complaining because she turned on flowers? I mean, what you call her? Feathers?
She doesn't wear flowers yet.
Okay. She's going to be the Heyman girl.
Although,
she's
Mike,
going to join the Heyman group.
Although, Mike, they're going to give her flowers when Becky buries her, because that's what's coming. Becky Hogan strikes again. She took Bayley's spot. She got out there for a pop. She said, nah. I'm not going out there to take an L to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Y'all better give me that championship. She snatched it. At least the queen is a humble queen. Charlotte is put over Rhea. Charlotte is put over Tiffany Stratton. That's the last 2 times, the WrestleManias. Charlotte is, don't look at me like that. Which way am I looking at you? Don't look at me like that. You say Charlotte is the greatest of all time. I know you posing right now.
No,
this is not my Charlotte. I can name you the names that Charlotte has put over. Mike, who has Becky Lynch put over?
I'm just saying she's not humble. That's all I was saying.
Has Becky Lynch put over?
She put over live Vaquer the first time. And then she
Lyra
just the
Valkyria.
ball, so I gotta whip her ass.
Lyra Valkyria's over. Lyra Valkyria's over.
I mean, in the words of the
How
title,
many shirts do you own of Lyra Valkyria?
my daughter don't even like Lyra Valkyria.
How many shirts
she
does she
boo
own?
when they go woo. She goes
in the chat.
woo.
How many Lyra Valkyria shirts do you all own? Z.
None.
Thank you. Everybody. No, Lyra's not over. She had to steal Charlotte Flair's gimmick. Woo. So to get over.
What's the bird sound? What's
Becky Lynch? Becky Hogan comes out tonight and says, "You know what? I'm done with you, feathers. I'm taking the spotlight. Get out of my shine."
This is the 4 horsewomen do. Wouldn't be surprised if Becky Lynch jumped Bailey. How about that? Would y'all complain and bitch about that because that leads to something bigger? We haven't seen a 4 horsewomen go at it in a long time. One's gone. She's been replaced. Hopefully, Asuka's coming back soon.
Look at this. I found one, everybody. Hey, listen.
Who's
a
lying?
broken clock is
lying?
Twice a day.
Unless it's I don't believe it.
Put
He's
some
lying.
respect on Lyra's name, Mike.
He the one called her flat feathers. Okay, I said she was over. I think you having a problem with Mike Knox, and the problem is that you're not Mike Knox. But it's okay. You don't like it. Listen anyway.
Mike David says this is where you lose me.
He's not talking about me.
Well, I guess we're not going to see you in the chat for another 100 years.
Another 27 years.
If you all, David is a friend of the show. He's a friend of the family. He's a former host. He used to co-host Raw during the pandemic with me. So he's cool people. Don't think I just randomly
see there. An intelligent conversation in here. You see that? Somebody intelligent understands intelligentness.
You see that? Look, even if that's accurate, we don't know yet. But
we don't know shit. That's the point.
Becky's jumping on Jade and Naomi. See, she got to steal other gimmicks to get herself over. What was that other SummerSlam? She came out and squashed. What was it? Bianca, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wasn't it?
Yes.
Becky Hogan. Say it. I know, Mike. You want to do it? Come on, buddy.
I don't have my clip.
You know,
Lyra Valkyria. Just to let you know, Lyra Valkyria has one shirt. One shirt.
Hold on, just have an NXT shirt. Is that the same shirt?
No, it's the shirt that says
I'm employed.
She has more than one shirt.
No,
she got a WrestleMania
I'm looking at it. She doesn't have a WrestleMania shirt. It says the first ever Intercontinental Champion. Find your wings and soar.
Golly.
That's right. Where'd you find that? The clearance rack?
Oh wow.
No, this is on WWEshop.com. So
probably on Etsy.
She has the Intercontinental Championship one. That's incredible.
Where are we going with this? Is Becky really for the real time? Is Becky gonna put over Lyra?
Yes, I think she
put
does.
her over in NXT.
And you would only thank God you could be me. Might be tall, a little bit taller, damn sure sexier, and more funny. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Big Daddy. Cool.
Is Becky Lynch gonna put over Lyra? Is this where we're going?
Yes.
Yes. Z?
I say no.
No.
Even with what she is going to do to her, or the match that she has over for her. Yeah, she's not. She can't put her over.
Because it's Lyra. It's not Becky not trying to put her over.
It's not Lyra. It's
the crowd won't let it happen.
Yeah. So,
but I thought the crowd, Big Daddy Cool, liked wrestlers. Lyra can wrestle. I mean, I guess she's as boring as paint drying.
Listen,
but she can wrestle.
The WrestleMania fans love wrestlers. So Friday
that
night,
European crowd's been taken over.
Listen, that WrestleMania crowd was hot for her. They were wooing, and I said, "Sit down with your woos." What I said to the crowd was, "Oh, y'all will woo this woman that stole Charlotte Flair's gimmick, but you won't woo Charlotte when she's stomping a mud hole and giving her a black eye on night one." They all laughed.
What's we got next?
Becky Hogan. You'll see. I'm never wrong. I'm gonna wrap it up.
You're
there.
completely wrong when it comes to
Okay. Time will tell.
When it comes to Bianca Belair, so what are you talking about?
She's a heel. Time will tell.
Not a heel. If I hear one more person tell me she's a heel at this moment, I'm going to reach to the computer screen and smack somebody.
She got booed. What's a heel? She got booed.
I'm sorry, Roman Reigns was getting booed and then cheered. So was John Cena. That's the dumbest statement.
You just named.
I want you to get D's
you
and
just
everything.
named 2 heels. John Cena is a heel.
I'm talking about their faces, ass munch. Your fancy WrestleMania hat. Get out of here.
Right, look at this. Oh, not only that, but look at this fancy. Look at this. I want to show
the patch.
this off. No, they got a pin. There's a.
Well, we can see. I see it. I see it through the green
pin.
screen.
Look at that. That's a
nice.
That's
That's
the
There's
collector
a nice pin. You put that on one of them cups you wear. You put your beer in and shit.
That's right. That's right. Be fancy. All right, guys. Let's give you a quick commercial break so I can rest my voice for 5 seconds. And we're going to talk about Stephanie Vaquer, my champion, mi campeona.
Oh, Vaquer.
Debuting on Monday Night Raw. Bron Breakker. Is he the new John Heyman? Not John Heyman.
John Heyman?
I watch baseball. Is he the new Paul Heyman guy?
Absolutely. They even said it. Doesn't matter what we say.
And I'm going to tell you on the other side of this commercial why, even though he combed his hair tonight, Sami Zayn is not to be trusted.
He had a whole new shirt on.
For so long. Don't trust this man.
It should have happened.
Do not trust this man.
Should have happened.
He is a gold digger. Look at him now. All of a sudden, he wants to be. You know what? I'm gonna save it. Guys, you're watching Unpopular Review Wrestling. Stay tuned. Quick commercial break. We're gonna be back on the other side. Where we got a commercial. Help me out here, Mike.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, because this is Rated E for everyone. This is Unpopular Review. Please like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms, especially because on Tuesday nights, we goes down. It is NXT Review, NXT Trio, the best show in all of Popular Review Wrestling. Please join us each and every night after NXT goes off between 8 to 10, and we will be right there cracking jokes, making things, and saying stuff the right way, the fan way, because how else are you going to enjoy wrestling without being a fan?
On Tuesday nights, there's no other way to enjoy your after watching all that wrestling than watch more people talk about wrestling, have our fun, have our tangents, be petty as hell about any and everything, and y'all love it. So give us a watch, subscribe, and comment, like everything that we do. Give us your input, and maybe we'll put it on the air.
Absolutely.
Come on, guys. It's Tuesday night. You're hanging out with the trio. We're talking about the stuff that happened on NXT. We're talking about Obafemi breaking people down. We're talking about the lovely JC Jane and how fantastic she is. And we're talking about Vic Joseph and how he's getting on my nerve and irritating me. But Tuesday nights, around 10-ish, catch us here, join us, and it's a good time. Peace.
That's right, guys. It's a good time. After NXT is a wrap, you can see the NXT trio right here on Unpopular Review Wrestling. It's usually after NXT goes off the air. They love talking about
Somebody got to be Willie. I'm sorry. Somebody got to take the spot of Willie.
I wanted to say something about Freckles.
Okay.
Freckles
I was waiting for somebody to say.
First off, I honestly think, since you think we only come after you, Mike, I'll come after Freckles this week. Freckles, I think he's throwing subs when he's all like, we actually like talking about wrestling. We actually
pronounce stuff. I took it personal too.
He's like, we're actually funny. Well, I mean, listen, I like to think that I'm the funniest guy around on all of the hosts, but you saw Bad Guy Jack. He was there with us in Vegas. My man, poor guy. He says Vegas gave me a cold. Well, you're lucky that's the only thing.
It didn't give you a herpes.
People, there you go. Mike said it. All right, guys. Don't let
his ass off the hook.
We are going to jump.
Let his ass off the hook. Just shit. Absolutely.
Everybody. Freckle Sensei got his shirt painted on.
The best show on Unpopular Review would be the show that won for best show on Unpopular Review. And you can catch that because that is the Mike Knox Show, the original OBK. That's all I'm saying.
And when do we watch that, Mike?
Well, we don't know anymore. No,
Well,
just
there we go.
joking. Just joking. Tuesdays at 9 a.m. except for this week because I've been on the air all week because the crew was in Vegas. So catch you guys next week.
There you go. And while we're plugging that, we got a lot more coverage from Vegas. We got Wale Mania clips. We got WWE World clips on our YouTube. So check those out. Real quick watches. Love it. You're going to hear Michaela Wonders. She MCs one of them, does a fantastic job. Thank you to Michaela Wonders. Big shout out there. Yeah, take a look at what our content is on the YouTube. Iyo Sky comes out. Third segment of Monday Night Raw. We got Iyo Sky, the women's undisputed champion, comes out. Great match. I think probably the best match out of the entire weekend was this match between the triple threat between Bianca, Rhea, and Iyo.
I had a number 2 behind the night 1 main event.
And we had Iyo just kind of thanking everybody. And surprise, surprise, the NXT Women's World Champion, my champion, Stephanie Vaquer, shows up and challenges Iyo. Stephanie, if you don't follow her on her Instas, she said that Iyo is the dream opponent, and she got her dream fulfilled tonight in the Raw after WrestleMania. Z, what did you think of this match, impromptu match between the NXT champion and the WWE Undisputed Champion?
Listen, Stephanie, she can drop the belt tomorrow. I don't care. She can drop the belt tomorrow and come up to the Raw thing. But you know, my thing is, why is Stephanie Vaquer on Raw, but like not Roxanne Perez? Roxanne Perez should be on Raw or SmackDown by now. She doesn't have anything else to do. But nonetheless, the match itself was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, you can't go wrong with either one of those guys. And my sense is I'm glad that Iyo got her respect because she was 0-2. There wasn't a Japanese-born performer who, got a W at WrestleMania besides her. And
I'm good you said boring because Yokozuna.
yeah. So but for the sense of that, I think that it was really good. And I think that what they did in breaking it up, they left you for wanting more. So we'll get them more on when Stephanie's actually on the level. Excuse me, not on the level, but on the actual roster, and then we can go ahead and critique it. But for what it stood for and bringing in Julia and Roxanne, I thought it was great.
Mike, what did you think of this match?
Well, as I am the host of the show for the Intelligent Wrestling fans, let me ask some Intelligent Wrestling fans right now about this entire segment. This is a Raw After Mania segment, and we won't see it again on this main roster. So as great as it was to see for those girls, I even had to tell my daughter, Michaela Wonders, boo, well, nobody cares. I said, you got to stop that. You got to stop watching just Raw and SmackDown. And you cannot call yourself an Intelligent Wrestling fan and don't watch everything. Don't sit there and talk about somebody if you don't. I said, plenty of people like this girl. What are you talking about? Watch her. By the end of the match, y'all, guess what Michaela once was doing? Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get people in general, but this whole thing was great. But I'm with you, Dice, in that where Rahiz and Pot Rock's been called up, and yes, she's been on all the shows and whatnot. I think that time is coming, and it's coming soon. But I get something out of this segment, which was to me, and it made me think, why does everybody go to NXT first? Why do they pick and choose who goes there first? Why is there a pick and choosing who goes there first? Because clearly Gigi and Stephanie could clearly be on this main roster already. And that was shown tonight. It's not many people that can show up on the main roster and look good in doing it.
Yeah.
And the size, she looks like she belongs there. She talks very well on the microphone, better than the other two guys we got that came over from AEW, the brothers. And I'm all for her right now for that. And she did the move. She said her move's different than yours, Charlotte Flair. the greatest female wrestler.
Yep, that devil's kiss. My God, man. Good God Almighty. Listen, I'm a big fan of Stephanie Vaquer, and I have not always been. When I didn't follow her indie stuff, but when she came to NXT, like watching her match,
you saw her in AEW, Steve.
I watched her. I watched that one match with her and Mercedes, and I know she can go.
I knew nothing about her before that either. I ain't going front. I'm not those people who be like, I watched it everywhere. No, I saw that match and said,
I want to say I watched that match on AEW, and I also got a cold because I watched AEW. And I said, man, she can go. And listen, you knew Sasha Mercedes can go. She made her look like $1 million, and she bet on herself. She said, I'm going to WWE. She had a choice. If you remember, the word was she had a choice. Main roster, where NXT, she said, I need to learn English. I need to do better with English. I don't want to.
I ain't even gonna talk about that. I didn't where
she said all
you guys are wrong. I didn't see that anywhere.
She said it all herself when she was being interviewed by Bully Ray a couple weeks back.
Okay.
So she's like, I chose NXT.
Good. Okay.
This woman, I don't know if you guys follow. I won't imagine, but again, because I am Latino, I follow WWE Espanol. I follow a lot of different South American like news things, and they talk about WWE so much, and she's the face. And this is Triple H's grand vision. If I can just divert for a second of the conversation of the match.
Yeah.
Triple H's vision of like NXT worldwide was this, right? Have stars from around the world, WWE, UK, Mexico, and then like come back to create territories.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pivot to them buying AAA.
The cartel.
Huge news. Bro, this is a game changer. I don't expect WWE proper to change, but I do expect them to use AAA and expand out of Mexico into South America, and then that becomes its own territory. Like and watch him do the same thing in the UK. Like he's slowly putting the pieces together, and
I mean they got enough money to pay for all this, so it's okay.
If he's gonna get people like Penta, Ray Phoenix, Stephanie Vaquer over to be the faces of this new company or this new brand by having worlds collide. You saw they already promoted this
already better than Forbidden Door.
For real. I told my boy George, I said, yo, man, fucking WWE ain't taking enough of my money. They're like, hey, buddy, you want to come over to Los Angeles in June for this world's collide? I'm like, yo, stop, get out my pocket.
But I'm John Moxley.
Amazing stuff. I can't wait. Stephanie is amazing. I don't know, I don't know what's up with Roxanne. I don't know if she popped a PED test or did something wrong, pissed off people.
She pulled an Orton.
She was supposed to be, maybe she's pooping in people's bags. I don't know. I don't know what she did because she was supposed to be on this WrestleMania card versus Bayley. People were murmuring about that. And then all of a sudden, everything went quiet. I don't know. And now she's back in NXT. I don't know.
Got in trouble for, saying her cakes were too big. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Vince is back and he's like, maybe when she grows another foot or two. I don't know.
You knew Vince was back when you saw Liv Morgan in the strip club.
Did you see Vince in Vegas? He said, I'm in Vegas. I got to get my pimp cane.
I seen Liv Morgan in the strip club. I saw that.
Oh, my God. What? That was amazing. Amazing.
Y'all was in the wrong spot.
They were smart. Like, they had her do that on Thursday night.
Yeah.
So that way they'd be like, oh, what? Who? Charlotte Flair is showing up on Saturday? Oh, bet. Here we go. If she got this money. So, yeah, great segment. Great wrestling. Again, like, I like that when Raw has a lot of, like, different entertainment, wrestling. Good stuff. What was our next segment after that? What do we have? Jey Uso. Jey Uso comes out. Yeet. Typical Jey Uso promo. And then you have this bum, Sami Zayn, actually, and his hair.
And had a nice, clean little polo on, too, by the way.
And he works, he cleans himself up because, he's out in the in front of greatness, Jey Uso, the new champion.
At least he was sober.
And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just proud of you, dog." Listen, nobody asked for you. You could have said this shit in the back. Why did you need to come out during Jey Uso? This is what I've been telling y'all about that Sami Zayn. He's crooked. You can't trust him. You can't trust people that can't comb their hair.
Of course not. He's from Canada.
I wasn't saying that, but definitely because he can't comb his hair. His beard looks like trash. You can't trust people like that. He looks homeless. Right, Z? Z's laughing because he's right. Because he knows I'm right.
I'm not. I'm just.
You saw that promo a couple weeks ago when they were building up to Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens went to his house. This man, he don't have furniture in his house because he's a bum. I'm telling you, watch out for Sami Zayn. Now his best friend.
He's just frugal.
Now his best friend gets a title, the world title.
That's gotta hurt.
And then he shows up and he's all like, "I'm really proud of you, dog." Yo, what? There's like people that show up and be like, "Yo, man, you got a promotion. I'm really proud of you, dog. I know as you knew you could do it. Yo, can I get $20?" That's Sami Zayn. That is Sami Zayn.
Don't understand. The tapes are going to get unfolded. This weak ass celebration that they played over and over. This reminded me of Travis Scott coming out all over again. What was the point? It was extended. It was extended for what? For no turn. Then his brother comes out at the end of it. Okay, was he in the bathroom when it first started and he came out late and he was supposed to be a part of it the whole entire time? I don't know. When he comes out, he's out of breath because y'all got him all gyrating everywhere. Belt looks good on him. What's next for him? You think this is how you do it? You set up the next matchup for him. No, you got us waiting another week because it appeared as if somebody, maybe brother, was going to whip his ass. So I don't know. I didn't like that segment. It lasted way too fucking long.
I don't know. Yeah, it did.
I'm going to tell you the real one. I'm going to tell you from a real fan's perspective.
I'm an real fan. So next subject.
Stop it.
What you mean stop what? I've been down since day one. How many t-shirts you got?
2.
Huh?
2.
I got
2.
7.
So
I'm a better fan than you.
You got 7 shirts of Jey Uso right now.
No, I have Uso shirts.
Go get them. Go get them.
I have
Go get them.
That counts as a hat. That counts as a hat.
Go get them. Go get them. Go get them right now.
I don't have to go get them.
Go get them right now. It's enough people right here right now.
Okay.
It's enough people right here.
I want them. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Check out. I don't go watch 3,000 episodes of what my nonsense done.
Mike,
Okay.
Z, your point.
I'm just saying, I want you to have your point, but you said real fan. I'm a real fan. I've been down since day one-ish. I got the proof.
I get it. All right. Maybe he's not coming.
That's all I said.
Calm down. Relax
So what are you
yourself.
saying? So what's wrong with the presentation? What's wrong with the presentation?
It felt as if you were trying to sensei me without the freckles.
What?
I don't know.
No,
Continue.
stop.
Okay.
I think we need the second Corona. Where were you at with that second Corona? Z.
My thing is, for Jey Uso, this has been very, and it's very oh God, I just fell asleep.
What you think about Jey Uso? That's exactly what happened.
No. The segment was fine. I mean, you got everything that you wanted from him. You got Yeaton, you got Usin around. You got everything you wanted. Period. It's oh God.
We're gonna get to that in the next segment.
Okay. But for the Sami Zayn, you had to know, and it's gonna come. Sami Zayn is going to turn on Jey. He's going to turn.
Yep.
And he's going to lose. But
as he should.
That's all that matters. Sami Zayn is never going to win the championship at this point.
No. That's a shame. Even under Triple H's boot, he still won't get he won't get the 24-hour title, right? Like you win the shit and then you lose it. Like, will he even sniff the 24-hour belt?
But he shouldn't though. I mean, listen, if he's
he
gonna come out,
should. Because he's one of his guys that put in work for them. That entire Uso family bloodline, although he's not blood, and I'm a Sami Zayn fan. I hate the name Sammy Uso. I'm not. That's not the man's name. Okay, but that's his biggest selling T-shirt to date. Okay. However, all of them are getting something. I'm not so sure it's just Jimmy. Sammy that turns on him. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
And
you know that the story is going to be told, but right now, Sammy might be number one up after. I thought it was going to be Seth, but obviously they got different plans for Seth. It looks like they're setting up Seth versus CM Punk. We'll talk about that at the end of the show. But again, what do I always say? There's two things you can trust.
Oh, God.
You always got to pay your taxes. Sami Zayn is a crook. You don't trust Sami Zayn. Moving on to the next segment, guys. We had Gunther come out, and he's angry. Gunther, you know what I loved about Las Vegas is that you could just roll up anywhere and you see everybody. I was at the Fountain Blue one night, just hanging out. We had reservations for a steakhouse there. True story. Went into this steakhouse. I'm coming out. Gunther's fucking sitting there having a steak, and I'm like, oh shit. Now I didn't say anything because I didn't want to end up like Pat McAfee tonight, so I didn't want to fuck with the man.
That's good. You don't fuck on what they're eating.
He was talking straight up to like 6 other dudes, and they were all talking German. They're like, no. I was like, I'm not fucking with these guys. We went to a poker table, and my boy is sitting at the poker table. You know who rolls up next to him? Topanga from Boys Meets World. They playing poker together.
What was that picture?
Where's that picture? I got it. I should have.
Damn.
I should upload it. I don't have a picture with her, but his girlfriend got a picture with Topanga. So Topanga is now cool. So we were chatting it up. I'm walking up the escalator to the food court. I run into fucking Bron Breaker. Bron Breaker looks at me. I'm looking at him dead in the eyes, and I'm like, "What's up?" And he's like this.
That's the best part of WrestleMania weekends, running into people anywhere.
I was like, what? Tama Tonga. This was Friday night. I was in the Fountain Blue. Same food court. The first 30 minutes, Tama Tonga catches an ass whipping, right? Tama Tonga's in this food court. And I'm like, did you just catch an ass whipping 30 minutes ago? Like, what are you doing in this food court?
Tama Tonga. They're running food and catering.
Casey Cantazaro was there. So amazing. I ran into so many people. It was fantastic. Gunther. Back to Gunther. He's cursing out Michael Cole. Why are you marking out for this bum Jey Uso? I hate you. He's got to take it out on somebody. He's schoolboying Michael Cole. And then all of a sudden, he's going to put Michael Cole in a chokehold. And Cole says, oh, I think he broke my nose. Pat McAfee comes out of nowhere. Boom. Punches Gunther right in the face. Gunther chokes this man out. Kudos to Pat McAfee. Sold this shit like a champ. His face starts turning purple. My wife, who doesn't watch wrestling, was sitting next to me, and she's like, oh my God, what the hell is going on here? I thought this was fake. Totally bought in. Good job, McAfee. I need you guys to tell me where we're going with this storyline. And then I want to talk about, did we really need to put Michael Cole over like they did at the end after this is all over? Let's start with you, ZZ. Where are we going with this?
Hopefully we're getting Pat. What's the name?
McAfee.
Pat McAfee. Yeah. Hopefully we're getting him back in the ring. At least let's get him a ring. Get him a ring. Get him a ring.
But McAfee versus Gunther, you're thinking?
Yeah, he'll do it.
Okay.
But if not, I don't know. What's the other payoff for this?
Mike, who do you think could be, if not Pat McAfee, who else could be their champion? Oh, he's gonna come in and defend announcers. Who else could it be?
Yeah, it's got to be somebody like that. I don't know. I looked. I said, where was those guys at all night? I remember his crew sitting behind him. Then all of a sudden, they were sitting behind him until I kind of figured something was about to happen. At that point.
When Gunther puts him in the chokehold, like 3 randos.
No, they're not randos. Those are his co-hosts on the show.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that because I don't watch McAfee like that unless like AJ Hawk jumps the rail, but he didn't. He wasn't there. So I
was looking for him to jump that rail too, and I didn't see him. Yeah,
and I was like, oh shit, they got these fucking marks. Now they fucking jump in the rails, and then I was like, oh no, that's his boys.
I don't know. I'm with you. I don't know where the segment's going. I don't want to see Pat back in the ring. I'm in favor of, let's keep wrestlers the wrestlers. But I mean, this is also WWE, so if he can go, he's gonna go. He's not like he's not entertaining in the ring. I just want to see him versus Gunther. Gunther, pick on somebody your own size. I mean, hell, you just tapped out, for heaven's sakes, and you don't say shit to the man who made you tap. Yeah. So I wasn't there for this segment either. I did think it was cool that his boys jumped the railing, like, yo, that's their boy. So shout out, like I said, I love nepotism. Shows more nepotism, and it's awesome.
Yeah. What I didn't like about this is like just Pat McAfee looked like he was just milking this, like every 5 minutes, 5 feet. He's like,
shit himself.
Damn it. And then like I love Adam Pearce is like, get him a water. Like, oh, I've been choked the fuck out. Let me get a water. That's gonna solve everything. Like that's like my mom going, put on some Vicks vapor rub. I
don't know. That shit is
work.
That shit is crack. That shit is crack. I don't know.
That's on your chest, on your upper lip.
That's like,
that shit is crack.
It's like water. Like I just got choked out. You think drinking water is gonna fucking make it feel better? Like you
have your watch WrestleMania 15 when Taker hung Big Boss Man.
Yeah. That's what they said. They hung him and then they got him down. They're like, drink some water, boss man.
Yeah, they did.
You'll be all right. Ridiculous. So ridiculous. Jeffrey in the comments says Vicks works.
I'm telling you,
hey,
like Robitussin.
That's what it is, man.
I don't know.
Like Robitussin, man.
What I also didn't like was like afterwards is all like Michael Cole's like, we're announcers. We gotta be able to tell it like we want to tell it, and it's like, bitch, who was coming? Who's telling you? Who's coming for you like that? Like nobody. Vince is gone.
He just got attacked by the former world heavyweight champion of the world. He should be protected. He's an announcer. He's not a wrestler.
Vince is gone. Who is bullying you every week? Like, stop. This isn't like something that's been going on like week after week.
That's the problem. Triple H lets him go off the rails. He says he wants to say now, son of a bitch. He does all that stuff now. He's like channeling his inner JR.
Yeah, I don't know where. And then if it would have just been contained to that one segment, I would have been good.
They brought it like the rest of the night.
They fucking talking about the next fucking segment, which is the Intercontinental Championship versus it's Dom Mysterio versus Penta. And the entire fucking match, they're not calling Testator's trying to call play-by-play, but then after, I love also Testator. Let me give props to this man. This man rolled out like he was like, oh man, I was just out backstage just at catering and my blazer was off and I have no tie and my shit. Look, his fucking chest hair is like all hanging out. Like he's like just fucking chilling back there. Like, I wasn't ready to come out here tonight. Excuse my appearance. Like I thought I was watching CNN breaking news. Ridiculous.
We did just lose the Pope today, so
ridiculous. And then like they're talking about it during the IC title match, and I'm just like, Cole still. They gotta show us some respect. Bitch, what are you starting a union? Like, stop. It's not
job squad.
What? Enough. And so let's talk about this match. What did you think about Dominik Mysterio versus Penta? Quick match. Obviously, because McAfee was selling so much, they were like, guys, I'm sorry. Instead of 10, you got 5. Mike, let's start with you.
The greatest luchador of all time, Dominik Mysterio Guerrero. Okay, I loved it. I loved the victory. I love my guy Finn Balor because I'm a Finn Balor mark. I like that he's getting jealous the way that his girl came out and they loved on him. And my man come back. My son goes, he runs in here. He's just all this. Where he been? He just came out of nowhere, Dad. I said, he was hurt, son. Remember when the Trash Raiders hurt him? Oh yeah, I remember that now. So it was what it was. Dominik won. Penta took another L. I think that should be the more story here. Penta took he taking some L's lately now.
He took an L, but it wasn't a clean L. We had the return of JD McDonough. Z, were you happy to see JD McDonough and his big head back?
I'm cool with JD coming back. I think it's time for Finn to get out. And that's what it's looking like, you know. So I'm all cool with this.
I thought that they were going to cost Dominik the IC title and build up to Finn versus Dom. I thought I'm surprised they didn't pull the trigger on that already with Finn versus Dom, especially with the finish to WrestleMania, their match. So I'm interested to see how that goes.
Well, I know now. Well, earlier I was saying, I'm sorry. Why didn't Bron say nothing? You know, I was wondering why that was the way that was happening with that match in itself for the title. I was wondering that, and I'll let that go for now. But I thought that was kind of strange. So I was surprised they pulled that trigger last night. So now to me it makes sense that you know he has that title because they already had something planned.
Yep. Guys, you're watching Unpopular Review Wrestling. This is our Monday Night Raw review show. I'm Big Daddy Cool. I'm joined by our guest hosts, Mike Knox and the Z is Silent. You can catch Z doing SmackDown reviews on Saturday mornings with the Mark, Vic Rodriguez. And these guys, they do funny stuff, man. SmackDown Penitentiary. They will go and talk about it all. They chop it up about SmackDown. Catch them on Saturday mornings, 12 p.m. Eastern. And Mike has the Mike Knox Show on Tuesdays. You can check that out. We're going to play one more commercial break. We're going to plug the AEW review show. And then on the other side of that, we're going to talk about the main event of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Hey, I got scared at the end of this Dominik Mysterio match. I was like, man, it's 10:30. This show's going to wrap up. It's been wrapping up at 10:30 every week since they started. But tonight they said, slow your horses. We're going to give you another 30 minutes. And I said, all right, yes, let's go. All that on the other side. This is UPR Wrestling Unpopular Review, Monday Night Raw review show.
Check it Brian Keith and Big Bill came out and they said, well, we want the titles. And like, well, win a match. So
no one gives a shit. Okay? No one cares. You could take I got the mama coming out of me right now. Get in the corner, put the little hug t-shirt on, and give each other a hug and get over it. Okay? If you can't get over it, go to your rooms, shut the doors. I don't want to hear it. Okay? Thunder Tits comment. Okay?
Their name is
me?
Thunder Tits. Yes.
Thunder Tits.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. That their team name is literally Thunder Tits. And I
do. I hate that word.
So don't worry. So later on in the show, I'll make sure I introduce him as that then. Don't worry. I got you.
I thought he had wrote Tony Storm wants her tits back. I'm like, oh, well.
Wow.
In my, prenuptial agreements, my one out is going to be Jon Moxley, okay?
Prenuptial agreements? You have a hall pass for Jon Moxley? And he has a hall pass for Jon Moxley! He's going to bleed all over you. You better not take him on a date.
Guys, this is Unpopular Review, Wrestling Monday Night Raw review show. Thanks for tapping in. If you haven't already, like and subscribe on our YouTube. Jon Moxley as a hall pass is amazing to me. Like, how
I always say that him and Renee must be in the fisting. So
how Renee lets this man inside her is amazing to me. I'm surprised. I also got a picture of Jon Moxley. He was digging through a trash can on the Las Vegas Strip.
Him and Sami Zayn.
I'll share that picture next week. Sami Zayn I did not get a picture of. Although, so there you go. Main event time. Seth Rollins came out with Paul Heyman, not John Heyman. And he wanted to chat it up and talk about who is the new greatest wrestler alive. Right now, the greatest wrestler, the greatest superstar in this industry is none other than Seth Rollins. I agree. I don't know how you guys feel individually. I think that as far as professional entertainment is concerned, there's Seth Rollins is right up there. Roman is up there. Cody's up there. But as far as wrestling, Seth is one of those names up there. The next guy is most likely Will Oceanspray. Everybody loves talking about Will Ospreay. And that's number 2 in my book. Seth is number 1. That's why Paul Heyman decided to leave Roman Reigns. He saw that his trajectory is headed down. CM Punk is old and washed. Seth's rocket is rising. And so he said, I'm jumping ship. Get me off of this Roman stuff. And I'm jumping on the Seth train. And CM Punk comes out, wants to fight, starts wrapping up his fist because he's out there to fight. Gets distracted. He lays a whooping on Seth. Then he wants to go after Paul. And then Seth catches him. Curb stomps him, throws him out of the ring. We get the credits. And then, see, it says executive producers, Lee Fitting, Paul Levesque. I said, God damn it. Every goddamn time they throw these 2 fucking names up here, bad shit fucking happens. Bad shit's always happening when they fucking throw those names up early. Paul Heyman still has his mic in hand, and I'm like, are they going to cut him off? Like, this is Netflix. They can go extra. Who's going to stop him? So Paul keeps going. And he finishes his comment, and then the Tribal Chiefs music comes out, and he comes, fights with Seth, spears, and Superman punches Paul Heyman. He's standing victorious. And then all of a sudden, we get a guy in a black hoodie, always a black hoodie. You know what? Surprise, surprise. WWE World had a superstore. They were selling everything, bro. And every day they had a new shirt. You went this morning, they had a Joe Hendry shirt for sale. That's how you make business. That's how. Tony Khan, I hope you're taking notes, buddy, because this is how you make money. Braun Breaker is the guy in the black hoodie. Surprise, surprise. Braun Breaker spears Roman Reigns to end the show. And then he's hugging up with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. Mike, we're going to start with you because you said on the Pat McAfee show, all of this was prognosticated. It was predicted. Get me to Pat McAfee, to this ending from what you heard.
Well, as he says, it's not a spoiler. It's not a rumor or whatever. It's a spoiler. They talked about him going out and getting someone else. The crowd starts to bark. Pat tries to egg him on and saying, is that what it is? And he says, maybe. He even alludes to giving him a call. So that was the one thing. So then when tonight happens, him declaring him the undisputed, I thought I was going to say number 1 contender.
But he is. Technically, he should be after winning this match.
I thought it was going to say number 1 contender.
That's where he was going too. I thought they were going to go after Jay.
And then they didn't, right? And then but I think also going back to Pat McAfee a little bit, he also kind of alluded towards another, the one thing he hasn't had here in a very long time is a stable. And I think, as I said, the reason for Becky, I think she's going to come. I think they're going to have this stable. We haven't had Seth Rollins. Last time we had a stable just didn't. And we said it the day, take credit for whatever it said for he turned heel, right? Of him helping him. So he doesn't need a mouthpiece, but something about Paul Heyman with him just elevates Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
But he didn't leave his tribal chief because the trajectory was on the low. He left his tribal chief because tribal chief treated him like dog shit. And that's what Seth Rollins told him, that he keeps treating you like dog shit. And so because he treats you like dog shit, then just fucking leave him. And then, yes, you're right about the best in the world, CM Punk. We never know when he's going to break down. That's why he was so happy for his main event. He may not make it to another one. And we love you. You lasted 2 years to get to this moment. Congratulations. But it's about Roman and it's about Seth freaking Rollins. It's the rivalry that will never stop. And damn it, Moxley, you could have been here so much they even mentioned you in the pay-per-view yesterday. So it's just they were barking all over Vegas, and that was and I think it was the right move because well, let me rephrase. I'm not sure if it's the right move or not. I like the move. I'm intrigued by the move because I'm a Braun Breaker guy. I said from the second day, I was like, at first I didn't like him. Then I took a second look at him, like, yeah, this guy's the future. I've said it for a while. It's the future of this company. And how else do you do it? I'm looking at, my son came here and said, oh, a new, I forget what he said. But I said, no, I could see a new evolution in a sense, right? Let Seth, each other do that before with those guys, bringing those, when they had the Monday Night Messiah, get some younger guys like Bron Breakker in there. Let Becky come help a young female come through there. And I can see something really big for Paul Heyman in the future with this on their way out.
Z, your thoughts on the way Monday Night Raw ended tonight?
I loved it. It was one of the one things that I think that most fans didn't have on their card is not the fact that it was a bingo card. It was the fact that Bron Breakker was on that, right? Like nobody had that on their card at all. And so I'm like, you can't put him back in the IC title, right? Not right now. The title picture for the IC title is way too fucked up right now. So in other words, what else you do? You put him in the main event. You put him with a main event person who's going to get him over. He's going to get him over. And who knows? Next WrestleMania, it could be Bron Breakker versus
Roman Reigns,
Seth Rollins, or Roman Reigns. Yeah. You know, it could be.
So he automatically has heat because of just being with Heyman. Heyman automatically uplifts your level from if you were a 5, you're a 10.
Yeah. So in that aspect, I'm all with it. I enjoyed Monday Night Raw very, very much. And I just hope that they don't do SmackDown bad, but you know, usually when Raw is good, SmackDown's not.
Yep.
So I'm just hoping that Raw that the SmackDown gets the same treatment.
Yep.
Hey Steve, your boy just tweeted out 15 minutes ago. Sami Zayn and the Turnbuckle said, "Hoes stay mad." I think he was talking to you.
Oh, he probably was. If you're watching, stay homeless. Listen, this Monday Night Raw was great. I want to hear you guys in the chat. Tell me about what you thought about Monday Night Raw. What you like, what you didn't like. What do you think about Bron Breakker being a Paul Heyman guy and the idea of this Paul Heyman stable? Yeah, the question was, where was Roman going to go after this? Roman looks like he's going to be setting up Bron Breakker. Here's the question I wanted to tee up for you guys, and I'll go with Z first. Heyman tells you, we're charting the course. We're talking to you about WrestleMania 42 now. Is WrestleMania 42 Roman versus Braun, or is WrestleMania 42 Roman versus Seth? Z.
I think it's Roman versus Seth. I think you got to go Roman versus Seth. They need as high profile matches they've had. WrestleMania, they haven't had one. They haven't had one WrestleMania match. So I think that's where you go with this from here.
A lot of people were very critical through his tribal chief run. For 2.5 years, the better part of 3 years, they kept these two away from each other, and everybody was bitching. They had them meet up once, and that was it.
Ended in a no DQ. Ended in a no DQ.
Right. And it wasn't definitive one way or the other. And they did a phenomenal job. People in the IWC, I started off this show criticizing y'all. I'm still criticizing y'all. Everybody was bitching. Oh, we should have got that match. We didn't get that match because we're building up to WrestleMania. And that it should have been here, but they said, nah, let it cook. Let's throw Punk in there. And Mike, what are your thoughts? Not CM Punk. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns.
I agree with Z. I think you get Roman and Braun at SummerSlam. That's a great SummerSlam thing. I was just about to say that. Jeffrey, that's also the one thing, and I said this last night on the post show. You guys can go back and watch the review shows we did on Pop Review Night 1 and Night 2. They're on our channel. That you know, as Seth has not been the star of the company like Roman has, what you said earlier, Steve, he's been the star in the eyes of the fans over Roman. And so he's always had to take a back seat to him in that star level, but they've always kept him having something over Roman for these reasons. This is where the smart booking that we don't give Triple H credit for, and rightfully so, I think, in certain booking. But in this, they do certain things really, really well. And this is one of them. This is like you said, they kept them away for the better half of 3 years, ran to each other one time. We all popped for it, and they completely just got back away from it, other than interactions because of Cody Rhodes and other people involvement. But this is great. And they already told you tonight, 42. They pretty much said the shit. 42. We're working about 40. We're about 42. This is so exciting. And again, for me, I was not there, and I can be fair to say, I always say WrestleMania ain't made for people at home. It just isn't. You have to be in the building to get the understanding of what something to see. So from a fan's perspective at home, I'm like Dice. It wasn't great. It was good. But I felt they had to do something tonight to make up for that. And I think they did that in so many ways, with Lyra, Vaquer and them showing up, and Braun Breaker coming over there, and having Roman show up, and just even Becky turning heel for what it's worth on Lyra. It was something different that we did not expect to see. And I thought Raw was great tonight.
Watch Raw. Watch on Friday, Roman Ali show up.
Hell no, there's no reason to. That's not their show no more. That rumor, about him going to Raw because of Netflix deal.
Shit.
Damien says, "Get your ass to a Mania Live."
I've been to several Mania Lives, plenty of them, homie.
It is a whole vibe. I will say, like, I know that I'm biased because I was there.
Yeah, you're supposed to be biased because you were there.
But again, like, it is. I come into a wrestling show with different expectations. I don't try to be like, oh my God, like a fantasy booking, and then because it didn't follow my fantasy booking, I'm tight. And this is dumb. Like, bro, let it.
The only loss that I didn't like was probably the AJ Styles one.
Yeah, how would you want that?
He's AJ guy.
AJ should have got it. He should have got it.
No, I thought
simply for what Karrion Kross was speaking to him and saying that he was the one. It just made sense that he should have got that one. But
doesn't that help what they're going to do next with him and Karrion Kross, perhaps? And what AJ said tonight, as far as I didn't want to go back to that place. It's AJ saying, which I don't like this part. To me, the best AJ is the heel AJ. I hate the fan AJ. Give me beat up John Cena. That guy's a star. Okay, this whole boring doing it for the fans, AJ Styles. Nah, get out of here with that.
I saw a lot of people criticizing that match on TV, on Instagram. Like the crowd was dead. Yo, you gotta understand, they're giving you gas from the beginning to almost the end. And by the time you get to AJ,
the crowd was great.
I thought night 2 overall was better, except for the main event, and then night 1's main event was better, and that's how I flipped the 2 shows. I think night 1 gave me everything, and it wasn't nothing bad. Again, I'm going to continue to say, I can't say, oh, that was a shitty match. Oh, that was a bad match. Even when I didn't want to get into the Drew Mac and Cheese versus Damian Least match, it was still a good match.
The crowd was so on fire.
I went I'm saying? It was still a good. Like Mania did deliver. It's just what you're saying, and when I saw the time, it's your expectations that will let you down. And no one told you The Rock was coming. We said The Rock was coming, right? Because we thought, it needed it, but we should know when The Rock's going to be there, he will fucking tell you he's going to be there. So to hog up all that energy and goosebumps. Let me smack myself. So
I'll get to some final comments. Jeff says, I agree, Z. I wanted Logan Paul to lose. MDB says, AJ is trying to move some babyface merch before he retires. Let him get his money.
That's a good one.
Raw was great. Again, awesome stuff, guys. Thank you for jumping into the comments. If you are not watching us live, drop your thoughts on how you felt about Monday Night Raw. Throw those comments in the chat. Did you like Bron Breaker? Did you like Paul Heyman? What do you think? Stephanie Vaquer debuted. What are your thoughts on that? Should the NXT champion be on the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania? Is this a new thing? Where's Obafemi? Should he be there? Will he be on Friday night SmackDown? Who knows? We're gonna find out. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I want to do some final plugs before we pull out of here completely. I want to talk about the rest of our wrestling shows on this Unpopular Review Wrestling Network. Like I've mentioned before, we got the Mike Knox Show. It is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. You can catch that on Tuesdays here on the UPR channel. Monday Night Raws. After Monday Night Raw, you can catch the Rated R Review Show with myself, the executive consultant, and Steamin' Willie Beeman. Those two gentlemen are still in Las Vegas, and that's why we have Mike and Z joining us tonight. Fun times after Monday Night Raw. Tuesday nights, NXT review and results with Bad Guy Jack, Sabrina Stella, and Freckle Sensei. I know he looks like Bruno Mars there. That is not Bruno Mars, although if you are a big Bruno Mars fan, you can definitely tap in to see Bruno Mars and close your eyes and think it's Bruno Mars. On Wednesday nights, we have the AEW Dynamite Review Show with Cactus Katie and the Sheriff and Mad Dog Kelly. Mike Mad Dog Kelly. Thursday nights we save for special shows, top 5 prediction shows, lots of different things. Again, that's on Thursday nights. SmackDown review show, like I said, Saturday mornings, Saturday afternoons. You can catch that, and then Mad Dog will give you the AEW Collision review show while it's still on the air, because let's face it. By the way, WWE is snatching up talent. AEW is going to go out of business because nobody's going to wrestle there. Not that Tony Khan's going to run out of money. It's just nobody's going to work for them. So that's how it is. Guys, it's been a pleasure chopping it up with you guys. Next week, tune into the Monday Night Review Show as EC will be back. And you can see us debate Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. I believe Tiffany isn't ready. Should have lost that match.
Absolutely.
And deserved her receipts. And boy, did Charlotte give her them 2 receipts. She should have gave her a third one. She chipped a tooth, put a shiner on her forehead. She said, go out, do some interviews with this shit. Fuck you, bitch.
She got it fixed in no time, though. God damn.
No,
she got it fixed in no time.
That WWE dental coverage is solid.
It's solid.
Yeah. But yeah, don't. I need to watch this match again, but I watched the first 5 minutes of it, and then Raw started. And, you know, if you watch wrestling and you know what the work is about, they had to come out stiff. They had to come out like, yo, you just like said some delicate shit to me. I'm going to come out hard. And I knew they were going to work stiff. But you still, if you catch, they're still talking to each other. Still do this, take this, pin here. That's the shit you need to watch for. Like, again, professional. Charlotte Flair is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, as Mike Knox likes to say. And she proves it. Again, she puts over Tiffany Stratton. But again, I tell you all this so you can watch me debate this fool next Monday night right here. Same bat channel. Oh, Todd, welcome to the show. You're late, buddy. We're I heard she didn't chip a tooth. That was makeup. Sure, of course she's saying that, Todd, because she doesn't want to put over Charlotte Flair, but because Tiffany's all about herself. But we'll get into. Oh, look who's here too.
Hey, Steve, just tell me when you ever seen a legend be gone for over a year and a half and come back and not win the title. That's all I know. So
I know. Listen, everybody wants to talk about, oh, Charlotte Flair is greedy. Charlotte Flair, she's no good. Charlotte Flair is a humble queen. Put over Rhea, put over Tiffany. She put over Becky. Run it back. She put over Sasha and her. We're like Ricky Steamboat, Ric Flair. Trading those belts.
Talk your shit.
Don't tell me Charlotte Flair isn't humble and doesn't do the job. She'll do the job for who deserves to get the job done, right? Asuka, the Ricky Steamboat
put over Asuka.
The Ricky Steamboat comparison is for Asuka. Asuka and Charlotte, anytime they're in the ring, Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat. I'm telling you, that's facts. Run it back, Z. You want to do a watch along where we just run down week after week? We'll just watch a Charlotte Flair Asuka match. I'm down for it.
I'm down for it.
For EC,
I'm down for some sleep.
Watch as I clown this bozo next Monday night. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Love you all. Like and subscribe. For the Z is silent. Papa Knox. I'm Big Daddy Cool. Thank you for tuning in. And which button do I press?
When it says end.
Do I just press end stream? Very good. Fuck them kids.